Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
The Daily Compliance News for May 13, 2025, the Leaving on a Jet Plane edition. And you can queue up Peter, Paul, and Mary right now, or if you want to go even deeper, the song's writer, John Denver. And what are we talking about? Of course, we're talking about the plane offered by Qatar to Donald Trump for his personal use, allegedly while he's president of the United States, but also thereafter, and for use of his library. Imagine Donald Trump with a library. Nevertheless, the gift has been decried as grift and a shocking move that one commentator says it makes clear that U.S. foreign policy under Donald Trump is up for sale. I'm surprised anyone would have to say that out loud because that's well known. Nevertheless, it's caused an outroar and outrage, and whether President Trump continues to get these free gifts for his goodwill will be seen. Next up, from the Financial Times, in an opinion piece entitled "Scenario Planning is Getting a Stress Test," Anjali Raval asks what companies may be doing to look at what tomorrow will look like. And are they planning ahead? It's a question that's hanging over boardrooms as business leaders contend with a variety and barrage of challenges, including AI's disruption, geopolitical tensions, to tariffs, to financial market fluctuations, all by the inanity of the Trump administration. It feels like heightened uncertainty is the only constant. And many companies are just waiting to see what happens without engaging in the deep risk management planning that needs to be done. But this is where compliance professionals can be a huge help, as this is what they do, manage risk. So planning for that should be done as well. Next up from Reuters, it asks, is it now time to seek relief from the SEC for industry bars and professional suspensions? Now, given the corruption at the highest levels of the Trump administration, it would seem to be the perfect time, as the SEC instituted some 1,500 actions over the last decade, typically based on an outcome of an SEC enforcement action. But now, since you can buy a pardon, perhaps you can buy your way back into a regulated industry. The SEC, of course, acts under the direct directions of the president now, so the president can order that someone's suspension be revoked. And our final story comes to us from Bloomberg, which reports that the GOP Congress is trying to ban states from regulating AI. Obviously, this is done at the behest of the AI and big tech, but the implications are that there'll be no U.S. regulations around AI because, of course, this Congress can't do anything, certainly not something as important as AI. We still don't have any data privacy laws out of Congress. So a suspension, which is tucked into the budget bill, of 10 years of states being able to regulate AI would really set the U.S. back. And equally importantly, it would set the EU as the world standards. And of course, the idiots in Congress never think about that, but whatever the EU comes up with will become the world standard. Good luck, guys. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.